Welcome to the Life to the Fullest podcast with Ignite Life KC. And I really believe that Jesus wants us to have life to the fullest. Today, we're going to talk about the four things that we want to accomplish as as we go about seeing 40 things in our 40s that we want to do. And I'm going to give you the first four things that we want to accomplish today on the Life to the Fullest podcast. But before I do that, I want to encourage you right now. Maybe you're listening to this and you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, "Man, what's this podcast all about?" We are all about John chapter 10 verse 10 in the Good News translation. And it says, "The thief comes only to steal, to kill and destroy. I have come that you might have life and life to the fullest." So, what do we want to do here? We want to help people to grow their influence and their impact as believers. And so, what we want to do is the first thing that we want to do is support emerging creators, podcasters, and brand builders. How are we gonna do that? By helping them accomplish their creative ventures and goals together. One thing, one way we're gonna support each other is by starting new ventures together. And I'll talk more about that in just a minute. We want to help people start new ventures together. That said, be on the lookout for a brand new podcast by me and my new bestie, John Losh II. Our new podcast we're doing together is called Two Men and a Mic. Two Men and a Mic is a sports themed podcast that will be found directly on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/IgniteLifeKC. Number two, we want to do more things for those who support our content on Podbean or subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts on Facebook or on Facebook. One of those things is Podbean supporters will get more live streams from Ignite Life KC. That means that if you contribute any amount to support or sponsor the Life to the Fullest podcast with Ignite Life KC, we will connect with you, our Podbean supporters, with a monthly live stream. The same goes for the Apple subscribers on Apple Podcasts and our Facebook subscribers. We want to connect with you, our supporters, in new and in meaningful ways. That said, if you subscribe to our Life to the Fullest podcast with a monthly subscription of $14.99 or through a yearly subscription of $119.99 or $9.99 a month, you will find a whole new world of shows, interviews, and special episodes because we're going to use that income to start the Ignite Life KC podcast network. We cannot do this alone. We need your help. If only 8 of you subscribe to our yearly subscription this month alone, we will be able to launch the Ignite Life KC podcast network by the end of 2024. Not only that, but if 95 people choose to support us monthly on Facebook or on Apple Podcasts, we will be able to launch our Ignite Life KC podcast network by the end of 2024 also. All in all, it only takes 103 followers or subscribers to make this Ignite Life KC podcast network dream of mine a reality by the end of 2024. Anything extra that we make beyond the 103 subscribers will go towards accomplishing the next thing we want to do as podcast creators and brand builders, which is, drumroll please, opening the Ignite Life KC Center. What is the Ignite Life KC Center? The Ignite Life KC Center is a podcasting studio, a coffee shop, and a co working space all under one roof. It's going to house our own brand of coffee shop that we call Koyananoya, which means community. Potential partnership that we want to do is with Level Up Gaming to create, design, and run a stadium style esports arena in the Kansas City Northland. And the last thing that we want to do is start Creator Fest KC. What is Creator Fest Kansas City? Creator Fest is an annual gathering of creators, influencers, and podcasters who are committed to building community in Kansas City and beyond through the use of their platform and influence to make a difference in the world around them. All in all, we seek to accomplish these goals through your support and your help. So if you want to help us today, go to pay.ignitelifekc.com/big40 and help contribute to these goals today. When you do that, you will become part of Ignite Life Nation because you are directly supporting creators like us to do more than we ever have before through the Life to the Fullest podcast and through Ignite Life KC. I want to thank you guys today for listening to this podcast episode. If you haven't heard, we have over 1,000 followers on Facebook. We're getting closer to 300 followers on Instagram, and we have over 1,900 downloads of this Life to the Fullest podcast as of today. So thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in, and for supporting Ignite Life KC. It's time for me to get up out of here. I cannot thank you enough for listening to this podcast episode of our 40 for 40 goals with Ignite Life KC. If you want to do me a favor, get over to my website and support us today. It's really easy to find us. We're at ignitelifekc.com. It's time for me to get up out of here right now. Thank you guys so much for listening.